The facts matter.
Good morning, everyone. Virgo here. It is February 20th, 2020, interestingly enough. And it seems like it might be a good day for some crazy comments. So everybody, all aboard. I'm going to be narrating this crazy comment today. And please excuse little man in the background. You will hear him snoring, I'm sure. All right, so today I'm going to include 2 emails also. I was out of sorts yesterday, having a medical procedure done, and while I was out, I came back to some really weird stuff. 2 or 3 different comments in the comment section, in addition to 3 emails, 2 of which I'm going to be sharing with you. So let's take a look at this one. Now, keep in mind, I'm going to do the best I can with reading these, but they're a little off. So, first, let's see. We've got, hi, I'm Rittenmurf from the UK, but have always been interested in her cause and illegal sentencing. Was jurisdiction ever established, ever? How is Heathery? Is she free yet? Have you heard of David Wynn Miller or Russell J. Gould? Please look them as they might have an interest in the correctness matter. I hear USA in mention. This is a de facto in administration corporation. It time for people to wake up. Please end report. Many thanks, AWG, for the automatic reply. Many thanks for your correspondence, for this is the confirming of any and all written communication / correspondence addressed to Janner John Wilson George or Wilson Mark George, the same person, the power and authority, which is within the allodial title holder, secured party creditor, and appointed agent Wilson Mark George in sovereign capacity, in fact free from any unauthorized tacit, I don't know what he means there, or single party contract. All agreements and contracts must bear the signature of the sovereign keeper and agent for approval and enforcement and recognition in business or commerce. Also done for, in on behalf of, Wilson Mark George / Janner John Wilson George. Liability is limited to full disclosure and understanding of the rights of the parties to contract. Authorized by, Wilson - Mark / George - Janner - John - Wilson - George, period. So that will be number 1. Just thought you guys would be interested to hear that. He's speaking of Heather Ann Tucci, in which he spelled out very strangely. And he's asking us, or asking me rather, have I heard of David Wynn Miller? And perhaps I might look into him because he might have an interest in the correctness matter. But David Wynn Miller, I believe, is dead, and would be very difficult to get in touch with him. Plus, in addition to that, it was proven that the court had jurisdiction over Heather and Randy, as a matter of fact, and they are now in the process of serving 20 years between the 2 of them. Interesting email. I think I actually know who this came from, although I never knew the guy's name. So I'm going to check it out and see what I can find. If anybody happens to know who this is, I'd appreciate you putting it in the comments section if you've heard this name before. I didn't respond to this. It doesn't deserve to be responded to be perfectly honest with you. This is just an attempt to try to ruffle feathers and irritate. Clearly this person, if they've checked anything out at all, knows that this party is currently serving a prison term, and in addition to that, all of these things would be things that I've already debunked. So it's very obvious what they were attempting to do. On to number 2 in the comment section. Number 2 of our crazy comments for today was done by Ron Frank. What absolute useless eaters you are in the comments. Stockholm Syndrome you have. Again, some strange way of putting things. I'm not sure if this is the same person or not. This was a full 2 days apart, the email and the comment. This is on a Debunk Right to Travel, a really lengthy, going over several court cases and case law with regards to right to travel. So this tends to be a video that I get a lot of irritated people on who actually believe that they have right to travel without a driver's license and all of the required documentation. Interestingly enough, I get all kinds of irritation on all of my right to travel videos and anything having to do with the Uniform Commercial Code. And a lot of times, I would say probably 25% of the time, these come from people out of the country, which is really odd when you consider that the traffic laws are very different country to country, the requirements are different, and in addition to that, there is no Uniform Commercial Code outside of the United States. That includes Canada. There just isn't one. So I find it really strange that I get these odd out-of-country comments with regards to those. But anyhow, this is number 2. Moving on to number 3. This comment was left by someone by the name of Edward J-Lo, which I thought was really hilarious when I read it. And it's on an Anna von Reitz video where I actually contact the Council of Judges in the state of Alaska with regards to Anna, who in turn forwarded me over to the state of Alaska's Attorney General because they too were very irritated to hear that Anna was declaring herself any kind of a judge whatsoever. Anna has claimed about 9 different types of judges, all the way from a postal court judge, in which we contacted, of course, the Postmaster General, and were informed that that was not the case. In addition to that, she's claimed that she is a common law judge, which of course there are no common law courts within the United States. She's also claimed that she is a superior court judge, which the state of Alaska very clearly said in the interview that I had with them that that is not true. They also went as far as to check her history. She has no legal history whatsoever in terms of any kind of education or practicing of any sort, any kind of law. So she's not licensed to do so. She's not a member of the bar. Not that that matters that much, but there were several things that were checked. In addition, I was not the only person that was calling at that time, and I was pushing this judge thing really heavily. And so many other people had apparently contacted them, and they had already heard of this scam. But this party, Edward J-Lo, says, so Anna is not a judge, but you're judging that. What then are you? Well, that's absolutely hilarious, because I didn't just judge Anna and say, oh, Anna's not a judge. No, I actually made phone calls and actually contacted the judicial courts and the people within the council that would be able to determine whether she had any kind of standing in what her claim was whatsoever, and it turned out to be false. So this person is, again, one of the sycophants that happens to enjoy listening to Anna von Reitz's rhetoric and scams, and I just thought this was an interesting comment. So in order to get the gist of this one, we actually have to go up to the top comment, which is being responded to, and that is a comment left by Degeneration Nation. Degeneration Nation says, why would they do that? She's just going to jump bail again. Is the judge afraid of her or something? This has to do with a video that was done on Sharon Tracy Gale. Okay, so here we go with let's see, Matisha Barnes. I found this to be really funny, and I think you guys will too. So just 15 hours ago, this is what was left by her. Now, keep in mind, Degeneration Nation's comment was from 5 months ago. It was from when they had reset her bail to a larger amount, but did reset bail, and we were hoping they would remove it. This was before we found out from Emma, one of our researchers here on Virgo Triad channel, who happens to be an attorney, said that that particular Commonwealth is required unless it is a murder case, for example, or a case that could call in capital punishment. They are required to put a bail amount on. But this is what is so funny. 15 hours ago, this is what she's saying. Now, keep in mind, Sharon's been behind bars since September 15th of 2019 and remains there currently. Degeneration Nation, yes, he is, because he knows he doesn't have jurisdiction over any Moorish American national here at Morocco. They have been living in fraudulence so long with the wolves over our eyes that now, when we are starting to wake up, they are resisting. It's only natural, so the unawakened world thinks we're crazy ones, just because this is so-called governments have been practicing criminal activities so long you people think it's truth. Just like you all think the tribunals are legit, which aren't real courts. Answer this. If Sharon is delusional, why do you all make it your business and use most of your energy and time to follow her every move? If you, for a fact, she is going down because she's a fraud, why bother to follow her if you know her outcome? I guess because somewhere deep inside, you know she is the truth. No, I'm afraid you're wrong about that one, Miss Barnes. The reason we continue to follow her is it's fascinating how people that are delusional, such as yourself, believe that this is going to work. See, there's a history of over 20 years of you guys pulling this crap and these scams that you run on others and try to make them believe it. And there are cases after cases after cases that we can look up on Google Scholar and on Pacer and on judicial.com and all kinds of other places, Court Listener, that prove that it never works. But yet you continue to believe that this is what's going to come out of it, that you guys are going to win somehow with these crazy cases. Now, you know what they say is the absolute proof of insanity is when you continue to do the same thing over and over and over again and anticipate that there's going to be a different reaction. And that is where you guys are, Miss Barnes, not us, you guys. The proof is in the pudding, and the case law says never, ever have any of you ever won based on these arguments. I rest my case. Finally, I have saved the craziest to last, and that is, we will disable you. You will be stooped or stoped. You can't stop this movement. Ooh, they even called me a bitch. Unbelievable. Truth don't matter. ... Don't you get it? ... No fact don't matter. ... People will listen to us, not you. ... Stop now, or you will be stoped. ... No one cares what you say. ... STFU already. ... We win like Trump. We win no matter what. ... People don't care about yo facts. Done bitch. ... Alright, so this one sent this from a Proton Mail address in which just is a bunch of numbers and letters. Too cowardly to even actually sign their wonderfully written comment. Anyhow, I thought you guys would find these interesting. I wanted to kind of narrate these today instead of what I have been doing. I wanted to say hello to everybody because I was not available yesterday to make a video. I want to mention to you guys that we have a live stream that is going to be going up tomorrow. Now, I want to talk to you guys about this live stream that we're going to be doing next Friday. So, I am a person who does not eat out hardly ever. My diet doesn't allow me to, due to medical reasons. And I received a Christmas gift from someone who didn't know me very well and actually sent me a $25 Olive Garden card. What I'm going to do with that card is I am going to put that card up as a surprise raffle gift for next Friday. Now, the live stream we're going to be doing next Friday, for all of you who are willing to take part in it, all of your screen names will be written down and put in a vase, and I will choose one person out of that vase who shows up during the live stream and makes any comment whatsoever. It will be done randomly, and then I will be sending first class mail to the party that wins that $25 gift card so that someone can enjoy it and it doesn't actually expire. This was given to me back in December for Christmas, so it is only about a month and a half old, and it still has the full year to go. So I'm hoping that everybody enjoys that, and if you do, we may start doing those kind of things a little bit more often. Maybe once every 3 months or so, I can get a Visa gift card and we can do that type of a raffle, or we can do some sort of game that will allow us to do these sorts of giveaways. So I wanted to go ahead and mention that. For those of you that sent me emails and requested to know if everything was okay yesterday, I am struggling with the anemia, which quite frequently happens with people who have treatments, such as the treatments that I have had. This is something that I'm just gonna continue to go through until it gets straightened out. So every once in a while, there may be that issue where I'm out and, not reachable for a day and a half or whatever, like this one was. So please don't worry. I will always come back. For those of you that are interested in helping with regards to the medication that I'm having to be on, which is very, very expensive, please see my Proton Mail. You can give a small amount or any amount really to, not Proton Mail, excuse me, Patreon. In a one-time event. You do not have to continue to give if you don't want to, if you just want to make a donation. And so that is, you can locate that at patreon.com/VirgoTriad1. And the link will be in the description of this video if you're interested in helping. I really could use the help right now, to be perfectly honest with you, even though I don't want to make a big deal out of it. But I really could use the extra help right now. For anybody that is wanting to do that, it would be highly appreciated. The medication I'm going to be required to be on in order to keep me out of the hospital is medication that is extremely expensive, and I have another 3 months that I have to do of this particular medication. So if you can help, great. If not, do not feel obligated. Thank you to everybody, and I hope you have a wonderful Thursday, and I'll see you tomorrow for the live stream at 11 Central Time. We're going to do 45 minutes to an hour on a very interesting subject, and we're also going to be talking about how we're going to do the $25 gift card giveaway the following Friday. All right, everybody, have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.